had an awful night last night. It was heinous. This is what happened. It shouldn't have been heinous. Shouldn't have been heinous. And what I think that I have a sweater that's cursed and these new pants that are damning me straight to hell. Because it wasn't just last night that was bad. It was the night before that was bad too. This is what happened. I'm starting with Sunday night. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, so Sunday night, bad. And I'm embarrassed. I feel shame. So the day goes fine, right? Whatever. I do something social. I think I checked in with you then. Bah, bah, bah. I'm headed out. I run into my girlfriend, and I was like, oh, I've got one show. Do you want to come with me? It's a show. I'm just doing a short set, which is a 15-minute set. It's way uptown. She was like, you know what? I will come with you. I was like, oh, that's so fun. So we get uptown, and it's a hike. But I was excited because I was like, I'm going to be working on new stuff. I've got a big show coming up in Boston. And I say big just because there's going to be a lot of people I know at it, so I want to at least have like a lot of news stories and things to share. Also, if you're in Boston November 28th and 29th, I'll get you tickets. My pleasure. So, my girlfriend's with me. I've got all this new stuff that I'm excited about. Some of it I had done before. I get up there. It's packed. Normally a Sunday show is pretty lightly attended, though there's not many people, but that's good because it makes it more comfortable for trying out new stuff, I feel. So I watched the first comic go on, and the audience is kind of not feeling that much, but that felt appropriate. The host was kind of, let's just say they were maybe newer, okay? So I go up, and right when I get up, I hear out of my left ear these women talking loud. And I thought that was weird because I didn't hear them talking when the host was on. So I hear them talking really loud, and it kind of throws me. I do my first joke, but it's distracting, and I see people in the audience kind of like looking at these two women. So then I do my second joke, and then it happens again, and then I do my third joke, and they're talking really loud. And so I was like, hey, guys, like, what's up? And they're like, oh, we were just talking about how you've got beautiful skin. Now, this is where I fucked up. I should have been nice and just engaged, and I have been doing this long enough that I know how to deal with that, and I know that the people aren't trying to ruin a show. They're just caught up. They're excited. Are they rude? Yes. But do they understand exactly how rude they're being? Probably not. But I like really got upset at them. I was like, you guys need to be quiet. And they were like, no, where do you get your facials? And I should have been like, thank you so much. Like, I will tell you after the show. Or another trick is saying, I'll get you drinks. I did not say that. I was like, it doesn't matter. I just need you guys to be quiet. So then they were like, where do you get your facials? And then I was like, it doesn't matter where I got the facials. I was like, whatever you're looking for in a facial doesn't matter. Beauty comes from within, and no facial is going to make you have manners. Now, the audience, that was like too much because they could like all the people around them could hear those women, but I think the people over to the other side like couldn't. So they're like, why is this person flipping out? Because the way the sound was, it was carrying right into my left little ear hole. I'm embarrassed too. Like, I really got mad, and then I told them to chew in I said, kept talking. I go, I hope you guys chew in a razor blade. You want to know how I clean my face? I put acid on it. And it felt good in the moment, but like, I'm not a mean person, and I really value manners, and I value kindness, and I am trying to think where I wasn't even feeling angry when I said it. I was just, you know what it was? I was grasping for control of the situation because most comedy clubs have bouncers. This comedy club doesn't. They don't have a bouncer, and that's not cool because normally a bouncer will go over and hover around the table that's disrupting because it's ruining it for everybody. So I was like, look, like, people have paid money to see a show and not your show. Like, they've paid money to see a show that is presented by various levels of professionals, not you people. But then I got mean again because they were like, no, like, your skin looks great. And I was like, no ounce of anything will ever make you appear anything other than hideous because you're so rude. So I wished death on them. I called them ugly. I asked where they were from. I could tell it was like they had an Eastern European thing. And they were like, where the most famous gymnast is from? I said Simone Biles. And then they like did get kind of upset at that. And then it had been established that there was this woman that was in town, like going to visit the hospital. And I was like, whatever you're going in there for, I really wish it was them that were stuck with whatever you're dealing with. I got really mean, and I really regretted that. So maybe what happened the next night was bad karma. And I need to unpack it. I need to unpack that because that's not cool, you know? It's like it felt okay in the moment, but afterwards my girlfriend was like, what was that? Like, you're better than that. And I was like, I really was excited to work on my new jokes. I was like, this is the problem. I'm either like friendly and nice because that's important to me and that feels natural. Or if I'm mean, I'll be really mean. But where I get mean is like if I feel like someone is coming in and taking something over, it makes me not feel safe and I don't know how to then deal with it. in a way that is sometimes it's productive, but in that specific instance where it's like people are disrupting a show, I'm trying to put on a show, I'm trying to work on something, create an environment for everybody, and then there's something about like entitlement specifically that really bothers me. And then it's like, but say they're being entitled and shitty at a level 4, or let's say that was like a 7. I took it to a 900 because I'm telling her to chew on a freaking razor blade. And I don't feel proud of that, and I need to work on that. And it's like, I wonder if it comes from always feeling like I needed to make things really extreme when I was a kid, because that's how I felt like I could be heard. Like if I said, I'm sick, maybe I thought no one would take me seriously. So then I'm like, I'm dying. And then it's like, oh, okay, what's going on with Emma? So I don't know exactly where it comes from, but I don't feel proud of it. That was me Sunday night. And then I was like embarrassed. My girlfriend, we've been together for so long, and she was like, what was that? Like truly, like, what are you doing? I mean, she joked about it, but it was like, I felt bad, and then we had to schlep it all the way home, and I was embarrassed. So the fucking next night, I wore the same outfit. It's the outfit's fault. I'll tell you that right now. Last night, I only had one show. Did I only have one show? I only had one show. Tonight, I got a bunch of shows. I got like 5 shows. But last night, I only had one show. When it's only one show, you're putting all your eggs in that basket at the one show. No, I had 2 shows. Doesn't matter. First show goes fine. Not glorious, but fine. Second show. The hostess is like, Sydney Sweeney is in the audience. I go, I know that name. She goes, yes, Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun. I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, should I still work on my new jokes, or should I like do my set that I know, most likely will work? I was like, I'll do my old set. So I get up. Now, in this particular room, it's like the shows are always hot. I'm saying stuff I've said before, said a million times, and it's not getting a reaction really. And I was like, oh my God, huh? But I'm professional with it. I push through. And I just do my set, and then it ends up, like, going well, whatever. I leave. I'm standing in the staircase, and I talked to one of the servers, and I was like, I think Sydney Sweeney was in the crowd. And then another server was like, who is that? And I was like, I'm not really sure. And she was like, I was talking to a woman and a guy, and she goes, oh, I think she's got really big boobs, right? That's what she's known for, like big boobs. And he was like, no, she's like known for a lot more than that. And then I was like, I think she was in the news a lot recently for like the American Eagle ad. And then the server was like, oh yeah. She was like, fuck her. She's like, I'm Mexican, like, fuck that bitch. And I was like, yeah. I was like, my girlfriend's Mexican, and fuck that bitch. So her boyfriend was behind us. And then the other hostess was like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, you shouldn't have been talking about her knowing that she was in the area. And I turned bright red, and I feel so shitty because I don't actually know anything about her. And what are the chances of that? Like, boy, did I not have that on the bingo deck, that I would be saying something shitty with someone, and then freaking Sydney Sweeney's boyfriend, or it was like Scooter Braun's cousin, who was like waiting for Sydney Sweeney, who might have been within earshot. And I went, oh, 2 for 2. And I had this jacket on in both of them. And when I walk around, I'll get compliments on this jacket. I'm not wearing it out and about, I'll tell you that. Bad vibes. And same with these pants. I got these new pants. It's fucking me up. I feel bad. I'm going to get over it and put some good out into the world. But I really, like, being mean feels so fucking gross. And I think I felt scared because with the on stage one, I almost felt a little, not out of control, but it felt like, because my girlfriend was like, Emma, like she's like, those women were really loud. And she was like, but in the audience, like, we don't know how annoying that is. And they were saying something, even though it was so disruptive and rude. She was like, they were saying something that was nice, but you were then so mean. And I was like, you're right. I really regret that. They were, no joke, scream talking. And then I would try to go louder, and then they would go louder. Not proud of it. So just a little quick check-in. 2 things, not proud of it. Ugh. Are you superstitious? I swear to God, it's this jacket. This jacket turns me into a monster.